Good choice.
The greatest showman himself, Hugh Jackman, is with us this evening.
Evening, Hugh. It's so lovely to have you with us for the last show. Now, let's do the elephant in the room first. We saw this during rehearsal, the plaster. Let's just give a quick nod to that.
Hi to everyone. By the way, thanks for the vote for the movie. That thrills me. But I had a biopsy on my nose about 3 days ago. I find out in the next day or two. If it is anything, which it may not be, it's a basal cell carcinoma. So that's the least sort of dangerous form of cancer. But anyway, it's good. I'll let you know. I'll post it on social media when I find out. But it's certainly not my first. I've had about 5 or 6 of them now, and pretty common when you have English parents and they drag you out to Australia for a baby, and you play cricket your whole life without sunscreen. So wear sunscreen and get a skin check.
Well, we will cross our fingers for you, Hugh, and we'll talk all about the new film later on.
Absolutely. Thank you, Hugh. Also tonight, Al, we know...
Let's go back to Hugh Jackman. There he is. Hey, Hugh, thank you for providing that wonderful soundtrack.
Yes.
I
My pleasure. Singing live, by the way, if you couldn't tell, that was me singing live.
We're going to talk now about your new film, Reminiscence. Now, it's a sci-fi thriller, and it's about a man who allows others to revisit their past. It's quite complex. I tell you what, let's have a clip first.
When the waters began to rise and war broke out, nostalgia became a way of life. There wasn't a lot to look forward to. So people began looking back. Nothing is more addictive than the past.
No, put me back. Put me back.
It says, follow the voice and you'll find out the story. That was your character, Nick Bannister. And he has a very unusual skill. Tell us about the Reminiscence Machine.
So the Reminiscence Machine is a way to go back and relive memories. When I say relive them, not like a virtual reality, but you can smell them, taste them, feel everything. So the good, bad, whatever. If you want to find your car keys that you lost, you can use this machine. And my job is to safely take people through their memories into their minds so that they arrive at the memory they want safely. But it's an interesting, because it was developed during the war, which is happening still, and it was used for interrogation. So my character was in the war and suffering some PTSD from that, but he has a particular skill, knowing how to guide people through their minds and through their memories.
So if you had to choose one moment then in your life, in your real life, Hugh Jackman, which would it be?
One moment, that's so hard, one moment.
This, obviously, would that be at the top of the list?
He's frozen.
And that's put him off completely, because now he's frozen. He's thought, that's enough of that.
I tell you what, he's gone back in time to really think about it. There he is.
I'm back. I was thinking, obviously, I'd love to go back when my kids were born. I'd love to hold them again. I'd love to take them from the car when they're asleep and put them to bed and, have them really excited when I came home. I remember those days. And also when I first met Deb, like the early days of falling in love, I was going to say my wedding, but actually, no, I'm fine with skipping that. The honeymoon. Let's go back to the honeymoon.
Nice. You said your wedding.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
You work with 2 amazing female co-stars, Tanduay Newton and Rebecca Ferguson. I'm a massive fan of Mission Impossible films. She's a brilliant actress, from The Greatest Showman. Different to work with someone in such a different type of film?
Yes, in some ways, but it was so great. In The Greatest Showman, she was so good in it, but she only had about 5 scenes in the movie. But the first scene we had in this movie, she's on stage singing and I'm watching it. I was like having deja vu all over the place. So the first scene felt very, very easy and familiar, but she is a phenomenal actress. And let me tell you, and Tanduay as well, the 2 of them are the couple of the funniest, wickedest, cheekiest people I've ever met. So it was a very fun set, let me tell you.
But here you've played such a variety of roles. You famously turned down Bond because you thought, you'd done Wolverine, you didn't want to do a big franchise again, fair enough. But is there a role?
Well, I'm going to pick it up there because I didn't really turn it down.
What?
Don't let the truth get away with a good story.
Yes, I'm going to ruin it. No, but what happens is I got a call from my agent saying they're interested in whether you're interested. And I said, is that an offer? And they said, oh no, they're probably asking about 8 people if they're interested. So it's sort of like the Secret Service. They're not going to ask you unless they know you're going to go for it. But at the time, you're right, so maybe I'm being pedantic. But,
well, they need to make a decision or not, don't they, the Bond people? But anyway, is there a role that, that you really fancy? Something that you could do maybe the next 10, 20 years that you think that would be, something I want to do before I end my career? Again, every time I ask Hugh a question, he goes deep into thought and freezes.
He goes back in time to think about it, doesn't he?
Did I freeze? I was giving you my best. What I said was Bond.
There you go.
That is not true.
The story continues.
No, that's not true. No, I'm actually about to play one of the roles that I've always wanted to play, which is a stage role in The Music Man. It was the first musical I ever did at school. I was salesman number 2. I loved it, and as I started to get into musicals, which was a surprise to me actually, I thought, I hope one day I get to do it. So there you go.
Yeah.
I'm living that
my
one.
God. We can't wait to see that one.
That'd be great.
I mean, you know how to tap.
You can bring
Reminiscence.
all the kids, by the way. All of them.
Thank you. We will need it here. Reminiscence will be in cinemas from the 18th of August. Lovely to chat to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I should catch you too. Sorry about the tech.
It happens. It's
And
2021.
ironically, I think I'm just down the road from you, so I could probably have just shouted this interview. Sorry.
He's still going. Thank you, Hugh. All right, still to come, the brilliant Sue Ann Jones will be talented by